Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show, Little Mike Fight Night. I'm your host, Bear Evans, and today we're going to be going over Logan Paul and Bradley Martyn fighting. Shout out to Mike Majak. I don't know how to say his name, but it's like M-A-J-I-K, something like that. Mike Majak. It's Logan Paul's best friend and co-host on Impulsive Show. So, give you a little background before I click this video. First off, don't feel like I clickbaited you. It's not them actually fighting. They didn't record it, but what it is, it's the moment leading up to it. And it's the very ending too, where you can get a lot of things when it comes to body language, facial features. There's also some volume of the fight as well. I'm also going to give you some insight of how exactly it happened, what I've heard through the grapevine too. So anyways, Bradley Martyn's been asking everyone, hey, can you beat me in a street fight that he interviews? He says, I'm 260. I can pick you up. I can break you, Devin Haney. Devin Haney's like, yeah, if you can grab me. Bradley Martyn, every person he interviews, he says, can you beat me in a street fight? The only things you see of Bradley Martyn fighting are of kids who look like they are 20 years old, 130 pounds, and he's boxing them. You can tell Bradley Martyn has zero fight experience. We've also seen video footage of him with Steve Will Do It wrestling his bodyguard and the bodyguard putting him to shame. Bradley Martyn is in impeccable shape. He is swole AF. He looks great, in terms of bodybuilding and aesthetics. But when it comes to fighting, guys, size and fighting are two different things. Now, if you're this biggest guy in the whole wide world and you're fighting a guy who is 130 pounds and both of y'all have no fight experience, the bigger guy is probably going to win. But when you're fighting a 130-pound guy versus a 260-pound guy, this guy's 260, never fought in the world. The guy's 130. He's 28 years old, but he's been training since he was a little kid. He's going to beat the crap out of that guy. The big guy's going to gas out. He's going to not know what he's doing, be put in a bad position, going to mess up, and get caught, period. And anyways, Logan Paul didn't like the fact that Bradley Martyn said, I'm going to knock out Jake Paul. And then Bradley Martyn like, dude, let's just fight at my gym. No cameras, no nothing. We'll fight outside in the front. They're just kind of going back and forth, some banter. Mike Majak kind of showed up to the gym, said, hey, I got Logan Paul outside. Let's make an agreement, do some contracts. So this is them signing the paperwork pre-fighting, and then the video is going to go right into them post-fighting. And then I'm going to talk about what I heard through the grapevine after this video finishes. So let's go ahead and click play. This is them making, the agreement to fight. Look at Bradley Martyn's body language when he first sees Logan Paul and he's like, oh, this is real. Because remember, if you're actually getting into a fight, if you've never sparred, fought someone, or been into a street fight, like when you're getting face to face, and whether you're fighting in that moment or not, but when you know you're about to fight this person for real, no going back. I mean, keys are thrown out basically, if you know what I mean. Your adrenaline is through the roof. You are in fight or flight. And if you are not used to that and you've never been in that situation, it's going to be hard to kind of show that on your face. So watch Bradley Martyn's face when he sees Logan Paul talking about this, because he goes into like killer mode because he's not used to being in that fight or flight. And he's like, it's real now, because yeah, it's real. Shout out to Logan Paul. I don't like you whatsoever. You're a scumbag, piece of shit. You scam a lot of people, pay them back, you freaking liar, and you always talk down on Jesus Christ, which I don't like anyone talking down on any religion. And but anyways, I do want to give Logan, though, credit for pulling up. This is pretty cool. But anyways, let's go ahead and click play. But we all knew real quick that Logan Paul would beat him up because he has the wrestling and boxing experience.
How you feeling? Good, bro. Are you ready? All right, we got waivers? Yeah. Okay. So we're doing that? My thesis is you have cameras everywhere in this gym.
Yeah, but I agree to not post anything.
This doesn't say that.
Make it say that. I'm down for whatever you want to do like that.
But you don't want to film it.
I didn't want to film it. No.
But you also wanted to fight in front of the zoo culture.
I said no cameras, no content.
In front of zoo culture.
Yeah, no cameras, no content. This is specific to that.
So if we're going by the tweet, and that's what we're going by,
no cameras.
let's pop. No cameras, no content. We'll stop. We'll pop out front, like in the tweet.
Okay.
Wait, why? No, why? You do it on the ground or is it soft?
And then you got on your pod and kind of like, why did you say that?
Why did I say what I want to see Jake Paul?
Yeah. I thought you and Jake are cool.
No.
Yeah, but by the same token, like, if you really felt that way about me contacting you directly, you would have just contacted me directly, not got on the internet and said that. So when you said that about me outwardly,
generally, when someone says something live on a podcast, it is fair game to reciprocate that live on a podcast.
Yeah, it's fair.
You know?
But to say you could have texted me, because I didn't think it was, when I said it, I didn't think it was like some malicious bad thing.
But that's my family, bro. And yes, I haven't always been the best brother ever, right? But I think that's part of me being a big brother. I fuck up and I'm working on all of that.
I respect it.
But like, you know, I have to stick up for Jake when I can.
I get it.
Even if I don't always do it myself. But again, I'm working on all that shit.
Yeah. I respect you. Hope you know that.
Thank you. I respect you too, bro. For real. This is cool. I like the new location.
Thank you.
Let's fucking
do
All right,
it.
so we said,
let's see what it's
let's
about.
go. Let's leave.
260, bro. Cameras down?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and pause this real quick before we get into there. So guys, did you see, you know, Logan Paul's kind of pressing Bradley a little bit. Bradley, you know, I'm not saying he's being a bitch or being back, but Bradley Martin, you know, his eyes are open. He is fully, you know, adrenaline's pumping. He is, yes, he seems calm, but he is not calm on the inside. Logan Paul's very kind of facetious. He's a little bit, you know, he's got some cockiness going because, you know, at the end of the day, Logan Paul, very good high school wrestling pedigree, and he's got some boxing in him. Do I think he's a great boxer? No, absolutely. Do I think? Absolutely not. Do I think Jake Paul could just wipe the floor with him in boxing? 100%. But can Logan Paul kill a regular person? Yeah. And more so than just regular, he can kill a lot of people because he can also wrestle too. So if he grabs your ankle, pushes you down on the ground, I mean, Logan Paul wrestled with Israel Adesanya, Alexander Volkanovski, and Paulo Costa, and they all said he's legit when it comes to wrestling. His striking's not the best, but when you're punching someone like Bradley Martin, who literally is just a bodybuilder, never been punched in the face, it's going to hurt. And most of the times, guys, if ever you want to end something with someone, unless they are actually a fighter and they're getting in your face, just pop them. Pop them once in the nose. That's it. I promise you 99% of the time, they're going to leave, guys. I promise you. Don't even be scared. Just throw that punch, ball up that fist, punch them right in the nose. You don't even have to do it 100%. Just punch them. And I'm telling you, that will shock them. Because all men want to do is they get into each other's face. Like, remember, like in high school, even like past high school, like when you're in your 20s going to the bars and shit, they get into each other's face and they yell and they puff and they're just, I'm gonna fuck you. And you know, nothing ever happens. There might be a push or something like that because it pushes, you're too scared to punch because you don't know how to. So all those interactions you've ever seen your whole life, from like middle school all the way to the bar scenes where they're getting each other's faces, they're pushing, none of them know how to punch or have taken a punch. In every single one of those scenarios, if you were just to throw a punch, jab, overhand, whatever, uppercut, hook, body shot, anything, it end the fight. So with this, guys, it's going to show immediately right after the fight. It's going to hear some volume. I just want you to pay attention to some things so you get the most out of this video. Listen to the volume. It's just Bradley Martin's voice. It's not Logan Paul. Usually people make that noises when they're getting hit. Also, look at the demeanor of Logan Paul. Logan Paul is vibing. He is buzzing. And look at the demeanor of Bradley Martin. He is tired. He's like, oh man, that was badass. He's like, and he's, you know, looking down. He's tired. And you can tell he looks a little defeated. But, you know, he had a good time. They're both being really great sports about it. And I love, that's how it should be, guys. You got an issue with someone, you go duke it out. And then, you know, you shake hands afterwards. But watch the demeanor. Logan Paul beat the crap out of him, guys. And Logan Paul, watch how he even says thank you, you know, kind of big broed him here. But let's go ahead and click play.
Good shit. Good stuff. Bro, well, thanks for letting that happen. Yeah. Sometimes, bro, boys gotta be boys, man.
Like, bro, yo, well, he has wrestling experience, but if you had locked in that hold or that choke,
Yeah, one hand. Yeah. But still, one Brad hand is almost like a. Fuck. Bro, it's just mad respect. You just didn't back down. No, I know. It was here. Like, mad respect, man. Mad fucking.
Big D fist stream.
I'm proud of you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thanks for doing it. Bro, you didn't stop me as well. Let's go, Mike. Come on, dude. You run your mouth about me. I run my mouth about you. Yeah. And like now, at least. By the way, that was fucking nothing, bro. I'll be honest. Yeah. There's levels to this shit.
Why don't we train and do something for real?
I'm telling you, I might have an offer for you.
Well, with you.
yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah. Like a real, like meaningful.
Yeah, if you train for real, maybe. but I might have an offer for you for an actual MMA fight. That'd be so sick.
I have a tremendous amount of respect for both of you, obviously, but Bradley actually fucking doing it,
Bro,
staying calm.
That was not about me, bro. That fight was entirely about Bradley stepping up, and I'll be honest, respect, because he did it.
For sure.
The second we stepped in, I looked at him, I go, oh, this dude's gonna
Oh, he was dead sick.
Yeah,
he was
like,
calm.
yo, the security said, like, yo, we'll turn it off.
The craziest thing was he was so fucking calm, bro. He was calm.
By the way, he was punching shit before.
I know, his
knuckles
hand was all cut up. It's not easy for me because I do love Brad, bro. I really like me and him have a real relationship. He's a real friend to me, and I knew like what the outcome of that was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't easy, but I'm happy that it got done in that manner. Nobody got hurt.
The last time I hit something bare fist with this hand was when I broke it in Germany. And when I was hitting him,
How does it feel now?
fucking perfect.
Bro, but I'm telling you.
Ice. When he had me in that guillotine,
I was like, oh,
I was chilling.
Yeah.
I knew. I go, as soon as this lets go, he's fucked.
yeah.
And he's strong. He if I didn't wrestle,
Right.
he would have been able to like push me off. I just know how to like maneuver.
And you pulled his arm off.
Well, he had it in one hand. It's not. There's no scenario where that gets me.
Right.
No.
How did you feel from an MMA like standpoint? Did you enjoy it?
I did. I totally did. I'd be such a better MMA fighter than boxer. For sure. Bro, like that was fucking.
You
that
took
was
him
sick, I'll
down
be honest.
Greco-Roman style.
I know.
Oh, that was a great slam.
Bro,
I mean,
man,
no, he's
though.
too sick.
That's what got him.
I did slam the
Oh,
fuck
you
out of him.
slammed the
him, dog.
fuck out of him, bro. In a very internet era of that.
It's Greco-Roman style, not grapple-Roman style. He's referring to a type of wrestling. There's wrestling where it's, I'm not a wrestler big time, but I'm not gonna get into it. There's different types of wrestling. That's not what this video is about. But yeah, as you can see, they knew that the outcome of that fight was to be clearly talking about Logan Paul, saying there's levels to this when, talking to Bradley Martyn, his child. He beat him up. Obviously, that was going to be the case. There was no other scenario around this, guys. But I thought that was so cool that in this day and age, they came up and fought. My biggest thing, at least, in high school, there was some of that going around. But now it's like in this age, like everyone, all these kids have guns now, and there's all like this. It's just everyone either has like a knife or a gun, or at least here in San Antonio, Texas. And it's just like, it's not worth it even like, if you're in the streets and someone's just trying like to bump you or something like that, you don't even want to get into a street fight because you're worried, like someone's going to have a weapon. Nowadays, also too, you're worried about someone getting sued or pressing charges, and it's just so cool. They can go just have some mutual hand-to-hand combat. And yes, it's in California, so they had to do it without cameras, but you can always come down to Texas where mutual combat is a thing. Come outside the courthouse. Also, the last thing I want to preface this with, Logan Paul tweeted, "Today I humbled a bodybuilder." So with all that being said, guys, thank y'all so much for watching the video. If you got anything out of this, if this was entertaining, you appreciate me going through all this so you don't have to, like, subscribe.